You tuned into Warcraft's Best. Look, we got another Spec test video for y'all. It's been a while, I know. But I finally moved into the new house. Listen, we got a comment recently. This was going to come out a little later, but I had got a comment recently while I was filming the video. And I'm like, dang, it's almost like this person knew what I was filming. So here we are. From the left, you have Felwood with our Mace stun spec. In the middle, you have Ritoria with our assassin swords. And on the left, you have on the right, you have Freddy Wong with our combat swords. Now we'll be having two versions of Freddy and Ritoria specs because their specs are not, you know what I'm saying, it's not for the faint of heart. You really got to be in it to win it because you don't have no prep, no, the defense is low. You'll see. Okay, starting off with combat swords. There's very specific items you're going to want here. Unfortunately for combat swords, these certain items are hard to obtain. The obvious one being 2 blink strikes, unless you just ball in with the gold and you could cop 2 out the auction house with no issue. These 2 right here are going to be your best friend, and if you don't mind using underleveled weapons. If you don't really care, if you don't want to use underleveled weapons, you can go with whatever current PvP weapons there are now. Which, if I'm not mistaken, what is it, like Season 2 right now? Season 1? These shouldn't be too far behind, though. If you're on a private server, though, you're gonna have to use weapons that are pretty far behind, but it'll be kind of worth it. Trust, you're gonna see. Now, your 3 important trinkets are gonna be this trinket here from the Mechnar off of the last boss. This trinket here, Dragon Spine Trophy from Gruul. And your Hand of Justice from the last boss in Blackrock Depths. But if you don't want to go for an under-leveled trinket, although it has a 5% proc rate, so it's pretty freaking good. But if you don't want to go for that, then there's these 2 right here. Okay? Haste is absolutely king for this spec. The more your character can swing, the better. Now, Vanilla had tons of main hand, offhand, fast swords. So you didn't so much need something like the Blink Strike like you do now. The Blink Strike is beautiful now because there's not very many fast main hand swords anymore. See, back in Vanilla you had the Twin Blades of Hakari, you had multiple fast swords from Nax, like Widow's Remorse and the sword off of Keldazad. There was so many options back in Vanilla versus now. There's way more haste trinkets now than there are fast swords. There's a couple though. There's a couple. You could use the Blade of Savagery if you want. There's a couple. There's a lot. Let me get straight to the point because I ramble a lot. The purpose of the spec is straightforward. Now, real quick, we're going to cut to 2 choices. You can use combat safe or you can use combat hard. Now that you've taken a look and you've taken your choice, let me show you what this spec is all about. Now we have 2 haste trinkets here. Or you could go with your swift-handed justice. This spec is straightforward. You're literally just using the fact that you can get so many swings in one go. Now, this spec is heavily reliant on just the weapons. Like 50% of the time, you're just going to be melee swinging. Let me show you how that goes. Of course, you're going to have Poison Zone, but that's not necessary right now. That'll be later in the video. So, you know, obviously, you open up like you would any, and just pop every damn thing. Okay, boom. Get your stuns off. You're gonna want to be much faster than that, of course, if you're fighting another rogue. Get more speed. Now it's hard to see, but every time you see the little purple rings pop up underneath him, purple or blue rings, that's a proc. That's the double strike happening. And as you can see, that's pretty freaking fast kill speed. And the average person is definitely not going to be fully geared in a PvP set. So that's not going to be an issue, more than likely. The average person you're going to be fighting in PvP is more than likely going to have either a lot of blues or just not quite as good as you if you're taking PvP that serious. If you're not. Now the Mace stun spec, even more straightforward than Freddy spec. There is no 2. There's just 1. So, boom. This is what it is. Yeah. Straightforward. Straight to the point. Nothing crazy. Nothing wild. You have way more defensive capability in this spec. You have preparation, but you do not get to make use of deadliness or premeditation, which is fine. Deadliness is attack power. You know, you're gonna have a little less attack power, but malice, in my opinion, is a bit more important because, as you can see, 36% crit, or if you're wearing a slightly lower set, what is it, season 1 or 2 in classic, which is the common person that's going to be watching this more than likely, you should be looking at 25+% crit, which is not bad at all in that time. Alright, like I said, his spec, super straightforward. Honestly, I don't make much use of slice and dice in this. I know I went for, normally you would either go for slice and dice or gouge. I went for parry just because it doesn't matter, honestly. It's just one little extra talent point that I had no clue what to do with. You could put it in attack power. You could put it in gouge, slice and dice. It's one combo. You could put it in ruthlessness, which probably would have been the better idea now that I'm thinking about it. But I didn't think about it till now. So we're gonna pop up a much better looking spec here. Let's get straight to it. You could use any trinket you want, but like the last 2 specs, I prefer the haste. Same thing, Gruul's Lair trinket, last boss from the Mechanar trinket. The more swings you can get out, the higher chance of getting that proc. So, here we are, very healthy rogue here. This is a rogue that I've built for defense since the dawn of time. This is a rogue that I use mostly stamina and defense gem zone. I know a lot of people be like, what the frick, you use defense gems on a dang rogue? Yes, this man is nearing 40% dodge, has about 12,000, maybe a little bit more health, and nearly 5,000 armor. This is a tough freaking rogue. I would know. I've been playing the man for the past 16 years. Or 15, not 16, almost 16. So, boom, this is what you're looking for. That Mace stun effect. That's your friend right there. When that happens, you completely interrupt every capability that person once had. And as you can see, the kill speed is no different from as if I was regular subtlety. Because you pretty much are. You're missing a few item capabilities, but that's about it. You're pretty much subtlety. Alright, incoming Retoria spec. Now, if I'm going to keep it 100, here's the 2 options here. We're going to make this part fast because I'm not going to lie to you guys with her spec here. Okay, you see the 2 options. We got Assassin Easy, we got Assassin Hard. Assassin Easy, you know, it's there. Assassin Hard, here's the hard truth about the spec I built here. This spec was a vanilla prodigy spec. Okay, I was hurting people in this spec. TBC, kind of whack. Okay, gotta keep it 100 with you. It's not that great. So we're gonna make this fast. If you just wish to try it, you could go to Magister's Terrace, kill Vexel, and you get this dagger here. It's 130. It's the fastest and it's the best of its speed. Second best, or the only 2, because there's only 2 130s at this level, is the Searing Sunblade from the Naru vendor in Satrath. Same trinket, Mechanar, last boss, Romulo's Poison Vow from Karazhan. If you care to get it, it's really not that important, but if you just want that extra poison damage, you can always go ahead and get it. We're going to keep this part fast, like I said. This spec was incredible in vanilla. Why? Because there were 2 items that helped you thoroughly with poison damage output. Okay? If you use instant poison a lot like me, instant poison is my favorite, you can increase that to 55% proc rate with the trinket from Blackwing Lair and 3 pieces of Bloodfang. You can increase your poison crippling to 65, and in the clips you just saw, I was actually using instant and deadly, which deadly goes up to 65? No, 60%. Yeah, so instant is 55, deadly is 60, crippling is 65. Now, I was using deadly and instant because, I mean, a well-geared rogue can kill practically anyone. I would be careful fighting orcs though, because if they resist, then you have no way to slow them down. Although if it's a warlock, warlocks have negative mobility. They are the slowest people still to this day. Like I said, I'm gonna keep it straight on 8%. This spec it's okay. So, I was going to not do the assassin at all, but instead I have a better idea. Let me show you some older clips of how it used to be. You already see the spec, so if you want to try it out anyways, you already know how to use the spec and all that. So yeah, I'm gonna roll these older clips and let you see how it used to be in vanilla.
Ability isn't ready yet. I need to get closer. That ability isn't ready yet. Not ready.
Okay, real quick though, for these, don't pay too much attention to the damage. You're mostly paying attention to the proc rates, because I just realized I'm in a full set of Brutal Gladiator and these bots aren't. So I'm going to kill them much faster than normal. You're mostly paying attention to how often these procs happen, which is the whole purpose of these specs. Each of these clips are going to be 5 minutes apiece. Okay, so we'll see what we can do, you know what I'm saying? I ain't expecting the most from a dodge. Okay, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. You heard? Oh man, you got a lot of bubbles on you, brother. You got a lot of bubbles on you, don't you, huh? You're not gonna live. You think you coming out of this alive? And that's Mace stun proc for you. 2 different people and not a single proc. And that's what I'm saying, folks. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. That's the downside to the Mace stun spec. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it don't. As for combat swords, it's a whole nother world. Alright. Oh, you lagging? You trying to... Oh, shoot. There's a good possibility, guys, that the Brutal Gladiator might just be a bit too much. I don't know. Could be me. But, I mean, this just kind of proves the point that I was saying. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it don't. That's the Mace stun spec for you. One moment, you're getting proc after proc after proc. Next moment, you ain't getting a dang dog thing. I don't know why I said that like a 60-year-old man, but... What the... Oh, there we go. There you go. 2 times in one go. Like I said, sometimes it happens, sometimes it don't. Oh, what the frick? You put fairy fire on me? Oh. Hold on. I ain't got no procs on me. That's Mace stun spec for you guys, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes it procs like crazy. Sometimes it don't do a dang thing. What a rogue that got me killed. Frick you. Focus on a totem, man. Yeah, see? Nothing. But I mean, to be fair, it is literally 6%. It's not like it's freaking 16 or something. It is just 6%. But sometimes, hey, that's RNG for you. Sometimes it pop off, sometimes it don't. Dang. I just hit that fool 2,800 on a 4-point. Yeah, the Brutal Gladiator may have been a little too much. Maybe. But it was just mostly to show off the proc rate. And as you saw on the one fool I fought, oh man, it was a proc every swing. But on some other folks, you know what I'm saying, you don't be getting nothing. That's just the it's just how what's the name work. Man, we will not be doing frost bolts. I'm gonna need you to never cast another frost bolt again. Come on out of there. Come on out of there. Okay, last guy right here, and we'll be switching specs here momentarily. We'll just be using Jadam though, because there's no point in me making 3 different characters when I can just literally reset his talents here. So boom, there you go. Mace spec. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it don't. But when it does, oh my god. So now we are in combat swords, my favorite of the 3, because it is it happens right then and there. You're not waiting for any proc rates realistically. It just does what it does, you know what I'm saying? There's not much you're waiting for, honestly. It all just happens. And that's how this spec works, you know what I'm saying? You go ahead, pop all your crap, you know what I'm saying? Boom. And the procs, look at that. The spec literally just does what it's supposed to do. There is no waiting around for stuns, no waiting for a poison procs. You're guaranteed something because there's so many variable. I'm saying the word wrong. It's late. It's like 4 in the morning. There's so many different things that's giving you a proc. It's ridiculous. Your weapons, your trinket, your talents. You're looking at 5 different procs on an extra swing. Therefore, if I can catch this man, it's literally, you're literally bound to swing. Look at that. Just utter annihilation. Look at that. That is just, it's ridiculous how strong this crap is. Where you going? It is ridiculous how amazing this spec is. Now, I'm kind of cheating the system, though. I'm clearing all my cooldowns just for the video here. There's no point of waiting. Literally, the point is for me to show you guys this. So, and even if you just go off raw damage, you're still hitting. You're still a hitter. Look at these fools. Hold on. Y'all, come on over here. Come on over here. I'm trying to get this shaman. Yeah, he's stuck too. Pop every dang thing. And of course, because he's a shaman, he's gonna try to frost shock you and all that. No healing, sir. But no, he doesn't get that option because you're proccing so freaking much, he cannot touch you. And that is the beauty of this. Oh, did I just waste a heal? I sure enough did, didn't I? Oh shoot, I just attacked the fool who was immune. I know more. And the beauty of what's the name is you're hitting multiple targets, so you could potentially get some double kills off this crap too. Hitting that fool all up in his dang mouth. And if they got you locked in, you still got your slight needed defenses. You know what I'm saying? Boop. Now it does get a little slow at times. You are playing full combat, so you know you can't be too surprised at that. Does this fool just try to mana burn some dang body? Hold on, let me go ahead and show y'all the pop. Look at this crap, man. Not enough freaking armor in the world. Did this fool just fear me? But boom. I mean, I don't know what else I could possibly show you guys with this spec. It's nasty. Okay, you though, real quick before we end this recording, you gotta die for fearing me like that and wasting all my buffs. Yes, ma'am. Lizon. Now for the has it been 5 minutes? It has not been 5 minutes yet, so we don't wait. Hold on, we're not ending this quite yet. Yeah, pull up, man. Hold on, let me clear my cooldowns. Get one last good run in. You know what I'm saying? Look at this. Just chopping every dang thing up. Look at that, a double kill. Come on, man. It's ridiculous. This is my favorite of the 3. Easily. Mace stun spec is cool, but it's too random. As where this has, like I said, so many different ways to these fools. So many different ways to pop a double swing, it's ridiculous. You got 5%, that's per blade, so you're looking at like what, 10% if you want to gather them both, I guess. Then these, which I'm pretty sure is like a 2% per blade, maybe a little more. And then this, which is a 5% per swing. It is a lot of ways to get it to pop off. So, I was going to not do the assassin at all, but instead I have a better idea. Let me show you some older clips of how it used to be. You already see the spec, so if you want to try it out anyways, you already know how to use the spec and all that. So yeah, I'm gonna roll these older clips and let you see how it used to be in vanilla, or well, in my case, how it was when I was playing on a vanilla private server, because you know, I didn't have Retoria in vanilla, obviously.